I'm gonna assume most of the people watching this have a decent-sized video game collection, and everybody has their handful of gems they hold dear. For me, I could show you my copy of Final Fantasy VII signed by Sakaguchi, my copy of The Legend of Zelda signed by Miyamoto, or even Castlevania Symphony of the Night signed by Igarashi himself, though I know it's a greatest hits. It was the best I could do. But why waste time on my collection, or no offense, even yours? I've already talked to someone who I think has the biggest and best game collection I've ever seen. Why don't we just talk to them?
Oh shit.
Oh man.
What up?
Oh man.
What up, audience?
He was working up until I hit record because he's so busy.
Dang.
Go ahead.
I'm as busy as heck.
There he is. He's getting his research done.
You want to see the collection?
Yeah, I want to see.
You want to freaking see it?
We're gonna see.
Let's get it on.
Yeah, we're at. In case you don't know who that is, where you been? Come on. We're at the Game Grumps office, and this is the man himself, Egoraptor. You might know him. You might know him as Missy Misdemeanor Elliot. His name is Aaron. What's happening?
Yo, check it. Yo, I got lots of games. Yo.
Wow, look at all, check it out, all those games.
You wanted to see those games?
This is why we're here today, because I knew they had the biggest game collection I had ever seen, so I just figured who better to talk to about that than this guy right here. So, what do you got? Like, you got, okay, a lot of NES stuff. I'm seeing
man.
that.
I'm talking, well, I mean, this is just one wall of three, I think.
Yes.
So yeah, we got some NES games. This is actually the collection that I was focusing the most on
Wow.
for a long time. I don't know why.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, we got some crazy games over here. You know, it's
Oh
like,
my God.
just name a game. Even though
Name
you
a
did
game.
earlier, you
Okay.
you were like North and South, and I was
Yeah.
like, I don't have that.
That was the one game I was like, I'd like to play that. Where's North and South? That was the one they didn't have. But my next thing that I was going to say was the magic of Scheherazade, because that's the most obscure thing I could think of. And bam, look at that right there. You had it. Bam. You ever play
Whoa,
Scheherazade?
I have not.
Oh,
And
you're
now
going to play
I'm
Scheherazade later.
Now I'm super interested.
You're going to feel the power of Scheherazade in a minute.
Is it good?
Get ready for that. No. But, yeah, you know, that's the magic of Scheherazade. You'll play it. You're going to play it anyway. That's his magic. Anyway, so you got a lot of games here. How many of the games that you have, you got all this, you got like a bunch of stuff over there too, like disc games over there.
Yeah, lots of disc games.
I don't know what's going on in there.
Got a lot of like the rare boxed NES games over there.
Okay.
That was my thing. I like had to have boxed NES games. Like,
Okay.
I'll show you.
So, like, what percentage of these games that you have, like, how many do you own, like, you bought it, and how many did, like, people send you?
Well, I'd honestly say like maybe 30 or 40% of the games here was part of my personal collection.
Really?
And then we had people start sending us in games for the show.
Oh.
And and like some of the games they send us, like we've had 2 people send us fucking DuckTales 2, which is ridiculous.
Is that rare?
Yes, it's
Super rare,
extremely rare. Yeah. That, like I said, like the NES collection. I don't know why, but it was my focus. Like we got Bubble Bobble 2, which is hugely rare.
I think I have that. Wait, how
Really?
could you? Is it? How did, no, really? No, I might, because how were you able to get that? Like, where did that? Was that sold actually in stores? Or?
Yeah, for sure. It was
Was.
very limited though. It was like end of the life cycle of NES. Same
Yeah,
with,
I have-
Same with like Snow Brothers was the same deal.
Wow.
Like super rare game, and it's in box. So. Pretty
Yeah,
proud of
I
that.
just remember my mom was the one who got me into video games. That sounds strange, but my mom played everything, and she was a huge Bubble Bobble fan, and she hunted. I think she hunted that down. I think we have that, but we also had what was it, Rainbow Islands, which was kind of a weird sequel to Bubble Bobble. Oh, yeah, so we had that too.
But we
yeah.
got like Metal Storm is really hard to find,
Whoa,
especially
yeah.
in box.
Yeah.
Love that game.
Jeez.
I was attempting. I thought I had all the Mega Mans in box, but I've got one, which is the classic
yeah.
box art.
Gotta have that.
So
Wow.
good. And I think this has the manual too. And then I got Mega Man 2.
These are in great shape.
Yeah. Well, it's these plastic cases, man. You just go on eBay and get these plastic cases.
Really, I don't have any of those.
It was embarrassingly. I was like going through them and I was like, oh man, I gotta put all the rare ones together. And then I just like had them all, and then I dropped one, and it was the one that didn't have a case on it. I was like, yeah, perfect, of course, the one. But it's fine, it didn't get damaged or anything. We
Good.
got Mega Man 6.
Oh wow.
Mega Man 3 as well.
All the Mega Men right there.
And then this is a reproduction. This is kind of rare. This is a reproduction of the World Championships cartridge.
Whoa.
So it's not the real cartridge, but this thing still runs like $50 or so, and it's got the dip switches and everything.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, pretty cool.
And so what all is on that then? It's all the is it all the games they played during the thing?
Yeah.
What exactly is it on there?
So it's just like it's Tetris, it's Rad Racer, and Super Mario Brothers.
Okay.
And there's a time limit on each one.
Oh,
and
that's
then once the time runs out, then it tallies your score at the end.
Okay. Wow.
And then that's how they figured out who the winner was.
I want to take a moment. I want to take a moment from all this good stuff for a second and film this. This is like I hate this fucking game so much. DJ Boy. This game is on the Genesis.
Game sucks,
yeah, have you played it? Dude, someone got me that for my birthday when I was like a little kid.
Well, it's because the art looks so badass.
Yeah, look at that. And I was like, when I was a little kid, I was like praying for a new Genesis game because I had no money. I was just like, please, come on, I want a new game. And someone got me that, like an ant or something, and I couldn't beat the first level. I was getting beat up.
Yeah, I couldn't beat the first level either.
Yeah, what the hell?
We played it on the show and we couldn't beat it, dude.
Yeah, dude, this the worst DJ ever. What the hell?
Plus, it's got $100 hamburgers. I mean, what the fuck is this?
Yeah, why is a hamburger $100?
Jesus.
What? Was it Kobe beef?
It's fucking economy.
Grass-fed shit? What is this?
Dude,
Come on.
and this was in like 1990, dude.
Yeah,
Come
dude,
on.
inflation, that's probably $1,000 burger.
By this point. We also, right next door, that's cool, we got a repro of Pulseman.
Wow.
Which, this is actually hard to get because I don't think they make this anymore.
Yeah,
But
I was telling Aaron a second ago, I had played that game before because it was on Sega Channel. There was never like a cartridge or anything, it was on Sega Channel.
Never released in America.
And it was by the guys who originally made Pokemon, right?
Yeah.
Game Freak.
And then we got fucking Dragon Ball Z Final Bout right here. I think this is also a repro. This is what's it called in Japan? It's called like Shin something whatever.
Shin.
But this is also a repro. A lot of good repro games, like especially for the Genesis, because like most of the good Genesis games never came out in America for some reason.
Yeah.
What else we got here?
Wow, you got balls.
We got balls.
Got some balls.
That's a great. We got Wonder Boy 3.
Oh, Wonder
Whatever
Boy.
the fuck it's called.
Yeah.
This is a great game.
Damn.
Straight from Japan, bro.
Yeah, that looks great.
Opened it yet.
It's all in great shape. You have a lot of good stuff in great shape. I have a pretty big collection, but it's not in as good a shape as this. Like this is pretty ridiculous.
Yeah, and the Genesis games are all spread out too. The thing about Genesis games though is that like because the cases were so like solid,
Yeah.
most people kept them.
Yeah.
So
I kept them all. Yeah.
they're not as like valuable in box as say like a Super Nintendo or an NES game because those are paper and they're hard to.
I was gonna say a lot of those Super Nintendo boxes I did throw out, but I always kept. I was telling earlier the Square Enix. Well, I guess it wasn't Enix at the time. Square boxes like Final Fantasy and Secret of Mana, stuff like that, because those were just always more valuable. Those games were like $80 when they came out. Some of them, like they were more than normal. So I think I just felt the need to like keep them. I don't know.
We got some pretty decent Saturn games down here. We got Magic Knight Rares, which is one of the harder to find Saturn games.
Yeah.
And then a Japanese copy of Guardian Heroes.
Damn.
Which I bought apparently for $20
That's not bad.
in Japan.
Wow, no kidding. You buy a lot of games when you go over to Japan?
Yeah, oh hell yeah, dude.
Really?
That's my jam.
Where do you go? Is there a specific place or?
There's a place in Akiba called Super Potato
Yeah,
that a lot of people really like.
Yeah.
But I actually get most of my games from this place called Treasure Bomb in Komaki, which is like in the south near Nagoya.
Oh wow.
It's a thrift store. It's a giant thrift store.
No kidding.
And their games are just like $2.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, because I was gonna say Super Potato is cool, but they got some high prices on some of that
expensive there.
Yeah.
At Super Potato. Also, what do I got? I have Dragon Force down here. That's pretty decently hard to find. Right here on Saturn.
Wow.
And then we got.
So that one's hard to find? I've never actually heard of that one.
A little bit, not super duper hard to find, but yeah, here we go. We got a copy of Guardian Heroes, American copy of Guardian Heroes.
Whoa.
Pretty hard to find. And the disc just fell out. So that's cool.
There you go, face down.
Here, maybe just reshoot. Cut. This is Guardian Heroes.
Oh, check it out.
It's a great
Wow,
game.
that's great.
Open it up and the disc.
You're gonna want to keep that in the case.
And the disc does not fall out.
That's great.
It's a
Wow.
high quality.
Never touched.
Case and everything.
That's great. I never had a Sega Saturn. That was like the one console I skipped. I mean, honestly, I just didn't have a lot of money as a kid. I had a PlayStation. I saved up for a 64, but I didn't have the Saturn.
Well, it had a lot of weird games. Like
it did, yeah.
Like for example, there's this one game, if you have a Sega Saturn, you should get Burning Rangers.
Burning.
That's
Now that I
pretty
knew
rare.
about.
Yeah, it's about like extreme firefighters.
Yeah.
Pretty awesome
The
game.
theme song of Burning Rangers. If you never heard that theme song, do yourself a favor, go download that. I remember they put it in Samba de Amigo, and you could play along to it. That fucking song. But I always loved the Sega Mega Drive or Mega Cartridge, whatever, game cases.
They're all the same.
Because they all look like math homework.
Yeah, it's like game. This game features Karate Man.
It's like video games after like 1984 happens. Like it's just like everything's uniform.
There you go. There's your game right there. Zillion. The math
Zillion.
homework game. What even is it? I don't know.
You don't need to know. Zillion. It's got a zillion things.
This is not at all what it was on the front.
What?
Are you ready for the ultimate danger?
I am.
Zillion.
Wow. The best one, wasn't there a karate game that just had a foot on the cover? It was just called like Karate, and there was literally a foot.
Well, you got the Alex Kidd game where it doesn't even look like Alex Kidd.
Dude, I loved Alex Kidd.
It's like, come on, man, that's not what he looks like. They got pictures of him on the back. He's got black hair.
Let me see.
They drew him with blonde hair. What the? You see that?
Oh wow, yeah. Yeah, that's not Alex Kidd at all.
They
wanted him. They wanted Alex Kidd to be like the new Mario. Was like the whole history. I read a whole book about that. That they wanted to. They thought they had the new Mario in Alex Kidd. Who cares about Alex Kidd? Anyway.
So there's a copy of Strider, Strider 2.
Yeah.
Which is actually sort of difficult to find.
Is it really?
It's not super
I got
hard
that
to
the day
find.
it came out. That game, I love that game. But I think, if I recall correctly, didn't they? Oh, that's sealed.
Yeah, this is a sealed copy of Strider 2. Wow. But the discs inside. The weird thing about this is that the Strider 2 disc inside is actually Strider 1.
Yeah,
and
that's
then,
what I was gonna say.
And then the Strider 1 disc is Strider 2.
Yeah, it's crazy. I remember I bought that game the day it came out, and they were on the wrong discs. And it's funny because I don't think a lot of people have noticed this. They recently re-released that game on PlayStation Network, and they didn't fix it. Like
Really?
I haven't heard anybody talking about this because I don't think a lot of people bought it. But if you go and play the game, like you pick disc 1 or 2, it's like Strider 2 is on disc 1 and 1 is on. It makes no sense. Yeah, so they have not fixed it. They screwed it up again in 2016 or whenever it came out, 15. Anyway.
That's awesome. I've got a lot of weird Japanese games. I just like going to Japan and just like, what is this? What is this? I don't know what this is.
No, really, what is that?
It's exactly right. And this is a game based on oh god, the name is escaping me.
Yatterman?
Yes, Yatterman. Yeah. And you play as the villains, and like it's just so like cartoony and weird.
Yeah.
I don't know, and like it's just like stuff like this where I'm like, what the hell is this?
What's going on in this game? Have you played it?
No, hell no. it's like some kind of like weird like party game, like Mario Party kind of game or something.
Wow.
But like, what the fuck?
I'm sold. Good cover.
Right?
Yeah.
There's a game I'm actually pretty proud of owning. Elemental Gearboat. Have you heard of it?
I have, but this is pretty hard to come by.
Yes,
I think, right?
Pretty rare. It's a GunCon game.
Oh,
But it's a GunCon RPG.
Oh.
So you actually like level up as you go, and you can take like different branching paths.
No kidding.
And there's like anime cutscenes and everything.
Really?
Yeah, super cool game. Would highly recommend it if you can get a hold of it.
Yeah, good luck.
I'm not super familiar with the PlayStation era because that like wasn't my era.
Yeah, isn't it funny? No, that's the one era of video games I kind of bypassed a little bit. Yeah, because I remember saving up for a 64 when it came out, and I was kind of disenfranchised by the games on it. I like Mario 64, but games were really expensive, and I didn't like too many of them. They weren't doing cute JRPGs anymore, kind of. There wasn't really... So I didn't get a PlayStation until Final Fantasy VII came out, and I really liked that, but otherwise I kind of skipped that generation a little bit. Yeah.
So this game is pretty
legal?
weird. A lot of people want us to do this game. It's just called LSD. And it's supposedly it's just like an LSD simulator. Like,
wait, really? It really is?
yeah, it's supposed to be like what it's like to take LSD in video game form.
Wow. It's a little safer,
Yeah, definitely.
Good.
Not as addictive, or maybe it's even more addictive.
Yeah, more. You'll never know. Crack it open.
Also this is arguably one of the best iterations of Tetris.
Wow.
ever is Cardcaptor Sakura Tetris.
No kidding.
Yeah, people
Never even heard of this.
People love this version of Tetris.
Really?
It's completely like combative. Like you like send bricks to the other player and stuff. Very cool. It feels like Puzzle Fighter Tetris.
No kidding. Wow, I love Puzzle Fighter.
Yeah, super great game. These old style cases, the like Sega Saturn style cases.
When they first came out, right?
Here's Darkstalkers. I think this is pretty hard to get a hold of. This case right here. And then they released, I think it might have been the first release of it, but this is the Resident Evil.
Yeah, I remember that.
In this case.
Yeah, our friend Garrett has that, actually. That's his, yeah, he has a copy of that.
Nice.
Hard to come by.
I love that thing. And then same deal with Street Fighter Alpha. This case is pretty hard to come by.
Yeah, it's like Capcom was really like first up to that.
Got some Atari Lynx games over here. I don't know why, but they're all sealed.
Lynx game, wow.
Yeah,
Sealed Lynx.
I don't even think I have an Atari Lynx, but I got.
Oh no, my God.
Yeah, how you like that?
Wow,
nice
save.
I got Pit Fighter with that real picture of.
Wait.
That's hot.
Sorry, it's focusing on.
That's
oh
hot.
My God.
You seeing
wow,
that?
I remember seeing that. Yeah.
Oh, that's beautiful.
That's great. I want a poster of that.
The Lynx was, as far as I've never actually played a Lynx in my life. But
I did it. You know what? In all honesty, I did it at San Diego Comic Con in like what year did it come out? Because I was going to San Diego Comic Con when I was like 5. Like I've gone every year, and they had it there. But it was so expensive, and it didn't have a lot of games.
Yeah, and it was like the only system that you could play like upside down. Like you could just flip it, and then I guess the screen would flip.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's true. I've never played one. I have this golfing game, and it's just got this like adorable girl on it, and I just like love this art. Like,
wow, yeah.
It's just
that's probably a fun golf game.
That's how my collecting goes. I love this machine. This is the first machine I ever got, actually. So this is called a Cyberlead. It's a Namco machine.
Whoa.
And so it has like this. It has this digital marquee.
Yeah.
And there are a few Namco games like that were released at the time that this machine was out.
Yeah.
Like Tekken 3, like Mr. Driller,
kidding.
and a couple others. So if you put that in, the machine would actually like know the game and then give you information about like what was happening in the game.
Yeah, that's great.
So like if you're playing Tekken 3 and then it's like, you know, somebody versus somebody, it would say like this person versus this person.
Oh,
and
wow.
I think it would maybe show the life bars or something.
Yeah. Oh, that's
with
great.
That, and then you can program the price and everything.
Dang.
And then it also had PlayStation memory card slots and controller slots.
Oh my gosh,
So
wow.
if
I
you-
remember hearing about that.
Yeah, and then this is a Dreamcast slot. So if you
Wow.
want to play some Dreamcast games and get your memory card information or whatever.
Yeah.
But I got Project Justice in here.
I was going to say good call on Project Justice.
The Neo Geo 4 slot right here.
Gotta have a Neo Geo.
And I love this. This is like these aren't actually the games that are in there right
Oh.
now. But like just the backlight with the
Yeah.
none of these are real. I wish they were
really?
real marquees.
You print them yourself?
Yeah, because the real ones are sort of like this really nice like plasticky.
Yeah.
You can see the Samurai Showdown cartridges.
Whoa, it looks like
being
art.
a little weird right now.
Yeah, it looks like high art.
But yeah, this machine is actually super rare. It was the last full. It was the last like almost full metal arcade machine before they went to the
kidding.
plastic. Yeah.
It's funny though that you pointed out that these are printed because our good friend Garrett has a Neo Geo machine. We got him a Neo Geo machine a long time ago, and it didn't have those, and he printed those himself too. So
Yeah.
everybody's doing it. No shame in
Totally
it. You
works.
gotta print it. You got
This Virtual Boy is actually, I think, 2 of a kind.
Really?
There's only 2 of them in the world.
What?
It's a guy custom makes them.
Oh.
So it's just a Virtual Boy mounted, and then like the controller is wired up into this joystick, and then there's a power switch on the back. But it's just, you just stand here and just play your Virtual Boy games.
Yeah, that was something. That was another system I didn't have, and then like I tried to like play it at like Toys R Us and stuff, but it was always like the greasiest kid would always like get off of it, and it's like I don't want to put my head in there, you know. So I didn't play it that much. But you guys don't have very greasy heads. I'll play it here once we're done.
This machine is pretty dang rare, especially in good shape. So there were 2 Mario machines. There was a long one, which is a lot more common, and then the short one, which is this one, which is a lot rarer. And I fucking love this machine.
Really, I don't know if I've ever actually seen this.
I've got it's so cool. So when you get the magic whistle and you go up this ramp, then you actually play like a little game of Mario on the screen.
Oh, really? It's actually playable.
Yeah, and you have to like use the bumpers to like jump and like get past the gaps and stuff. You know the legend. E.T., Worst game ever.
Yeah.
It was so bad, they filled a landfill with them.
Sure.
And never to be found.
Okay.
And then recently, after fucking, what is it, 30, 40 years?
Okay.
They finally dug it up and they found them.
Yeah.
And they sold like 6 of them. And I got one.
Oh my god.
This is a in-box copy of E.T. on the Atari 2600 from the Alamogordo landfill.
Damn.
Just disgusting.
Ooh.
Just disgusting. But
That is...
an absolute part of history.
Dude, I dare you to like lick that.
I don't know, bro.
Challenge.
I don't know.
Oh, no, I'm just kidding.
But
That's
they sent like like a flyer for Alamogordo.
Oh, in case you want to travel.
Yeah, but it came with like a whole thing and a certificate of authenticity.
Wow, that's awesome.
So yeah, pretty cool.
That's crazy.
And they sent like a whole like rundown of the history and like location and all that. That was really nice. I didn't expect that. But yeah, this is my most coveted thing.
Yeah.
We actually thought we lost it because we have people that come in and clean the office.
Oh yeah. Oh no. I already see where this is going.
It looks like trash.
Yeah.
So.
Dude, I've lost things like that before. Like, I remember, what was it? I bought some rare Star Wars thing when I was like on a trip to Las Vegas. We went somewhere that had like a really ratty old Star Wars figure, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna put this in a frame, whatever. And then yeah, the maid came and threw it away. It was like, because it looked so crappy. So yeah, that's a real fear, very real.
Oh, my hands smell gross now.
Oh, it smells like Alameda or whatever the place was. Whatever it's called.
This game was a Smash Bros. Ripoff.
Oh.
But it was Hudson Soft, Konami, and Takara.
Okay, I think
So
I've heard about this. Yeah, it has all those
Bomberman,
problems.
Optimus, Beyblade Kid, Twin Bee. It's got the guy from Super Adventure Island.
That scared me.
That's why it was interesting to me.
Wow, the Adventure Island guy.
It's
That's right.
Simon Belmont. It's got Yugo from Bloody Roar, and then you can unlock like Megatron. I love it. It's super fun. It's not as good as Smash Brothers.
Yeah.
But it's just like this is the first game you could play as Solid Snake.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
And you could get like his suit outfit and everything.
Yeah. I was always disappointed they never added Simon Belmont to Smash Brothers. I always thought that would be like a cool character.
Yeah, yeah.
With the whips.
I mean, he was fun in this game.
Holy water.
Yeah, he threw the crosses and everything.
Nice. He's got like holy energy.
Similarly, there's Battle Stadium DON, which is also like a Smash Brothers style game, but it's Dragon Ball, One Piece, and Naruto. And this game is actually super fun.
Is that why it's DON?
Yeah.
Okay.
Dragon Ball, One Piece, and
Who's
Naruto.
Don? I like the Pure Evil 2-pack.
Yeah, that's great. I think that's
I've never
kind of
seen
rare.
that before.
Yeah, it's Resident Evil and Resident Evil 0.
Really?
On GameCube.
And they don't even. It's kind of funny that they don't even identify the brand on the side.
Yeah.
Like there's. It's
and
a Resident Evil thing. But
oh yes. So this. Oh, I have it in it. So this came with a Resident Evil 4 demo disc. Is it in any of these cases? And the demo disc is so bizarre because it's the first stage of Resident Evil 4. It's like the village and everything. Yeah. But there's so many things that are like way different.
Really?
Yeah.
Because I know there's a demo that existed. I think it was at E3 years ago that had like he was like going up against ghosts and stuff. But I don't think it's that demo, right? Because I don't think that was commercially released.
There was no attaché case. It was like the old item system.
Yeah.
All the item locations were different. The way the zombies moved was different.
Really?
And you got like different weapons and like it's so bizarre.
No kidding.
And like some of the graphics were different. It's sort of like when you have like a dream and you're like in your house, but it's like a little different and it's like Uncanny Valley.
Yeah.
That's what it's like playing that demo.
Doshin the Giant. I have a funny story about that. I've never actually played it.
Yeah.
But when I was in Harajuku once, I was in Japan, and I remember there was like a guy playing a live show. Like we just got off the train, and there was like some guy playing a lot of weird music. It was like trippy stuff, and it was really good. Like it was a great. It was all instrumental, but it was really, really like freaky. And he was selling CDs, so I was like, I don't know who this guy is, but I'm buying the CD. This is really good. The CD was called Space Watch, and I got it back. And then later we had like a translator on our trip, and when I showed it to him, he's like, "Oh, this is the guy who did the music for Doshin the Giant." I was like, "What?" It was the same composer. His name is I forget his name off the top of my head, but his album is awesome. Like it's really good, and I didn't know that. Anyway,
that's so bizarre.
That's all I had to say about that.
This is the guy that did the music for. You met the guy who did the music for Doshin the Giant.
Doshin dude?
Dude, how could you? So this is a copy of Christmas Nights. This I don't think they ever released this. to the public.
Wasn't there? Couldn't you like send away for it or something?
Yeah,
Or
something
is
like
that. What it was?
You couldn't buy it retail, basically.
Yeah.
But it was basically like, I think it was just like another level of Nights.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't like a full game or anything, but it's just all Christmas themed.
Wow.
And yeah, it's a sampler right here.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't remember how you could get that.
Me neither, but I have it. Do you remember the Capcom 5?
That on the GameCube,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, when they announced all the exclusives.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So 4 of those came out, and one of them got canceled.
What was the one that got canceled? It was like Firebird or Phoenix? Or,
Yeah.
Is that what it was? Dead Phoenix?
And I would love to own like a prototype of Dead Phoenix.
Yeah.
Because fuck, man, I was so excited. I was like, fuck it. That was like my hypest Capcom phase.
Yeah.
I was like, fuck it. My whole room was just covered in Capcom shit. Like I had all the
Yeah.
games on the walls. I had like a Mega Man wall and a Street Fighter wall
Yeah.
and Resident Evil wall.
I remember even just being hyped up for PNO3. I was like, ooh, this is weird. And then everyone talked me out of it.
I love that game.
Really?
I love it so much that I have the Japanese. So it's like you are just in these like really like sterile worlds.
Yeah.
And you're just fighting robots. But the thing is, like, she's like a gymnast acrobat.
Yeah.
So it's not like a fluid game. Like you can't run and gun. You have to
Yeah.
stop and shoot.
Yeah.
But like she like dances when you're shooting and stuff.
Yeah.
And then all of the buttons do something like for your mobility.
Yeah.
So like you'll do like a side flip or like a forward roll or
Yeah.
something. And all the enemies are laid out to be like perfect for maneuvering in that way.
Yeah.
So you sort of have to figure out how the game is telling you to move.
Yeah.
And a lot of people were upset that it wasn't like, well, I mean, it's clunky because like you have to stop
Yeah.
and then you have to run this way and
Yeah.
that way, and it's like, no, man, you gotta like, the game helps you mold the experience. I don't know.
Yeah. You got an awesome collection. Probably the biggest, craziest collection I know of. Everyone kept saying, "Oh, check out Screw Attack's collection. Those guys suck. I'm not going to go over there because they probably have like 2 Game Boy Color games and that's it." So, fuck them. All right. Anyway, very cool. Thank you again for letting us see the place.
Yo, no problem.
Thanks for that.
Your family.
Thank you.
Your
Thank you.
familia.
Yeah, same back at you. Or whatever that meant. Thanks to the folks at Game Grumps for letting me come to their office and look at their collection. But before we leave today, I want to show you one thing from my collection that the Game Grumps definitely don't have. My most prized possession, which I've saved for last. That's right, a copy of Killer 7 with the character Kevin Smith, signed by the director Kevin Smith. And he groaned really hard when I handed it to him.